How do you explain? How do you describe a love that goes from east to west and runs as deep as it is wide? You know all our hopes, Lord, you know all our fears, and words cannot express the love we feel, but we long for you to hear. So listen to our please listen to us, hear us sing, and hear us sing a song of praise, a simple song of praise. From those you have heard, those you have redeemed, we will use the words we know to tell you what an awesome God you are. But words are not enough to tell you of our love.
Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. My name is Brandon Hathaway, and I'm the preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Josiah decided to join me at the very last minute, messing up my frame, but no, came in, I was like, I already checked the frame, I don't know where you're going to line up. Not that I'm always perfect every day anyways, I know I probably drive some people crazy because I don't line things up and square it off good. So it's been a while since anyone said anything to me, but I know it used to drive my wife crazy, I think. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Today we are in Genesis chapter 12. Genesis chapter 12, looking at verses 1 through 3. Genesis 12, 1 through 3. You want to read that, Joe?
And the Lord said to Abram, Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you, and I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and and
who dishonors
you I will curse, and you and all families of the earth shall be blessed.
All right, so here is the beginning of the story of Abraham and Sarah, and as you lead it a little further about Lot, because Lot ends up going with him. In your next verse, it says Abraham ended up leaving, and he takes Lot with him, takes his wife Sarah. However you pronounce it, before her name was turned to Sarah. And so, but it's just, we often talk about Abraham's sacrifice, willing to sacrifice his son, which was a huge act of faith. But here's another huge act of faith. Abram was, as we read about, he has a great amount of servants. He's got a good family. Him to leave with this much stuff, he probably had a good, wealthy family that he's living with. And so when God tells him, hey, get up and leave, you're going to go to this foreign land where it's foreign people and you've never seen it and you don't know how good the land is. And I'm not going to give it to you, but I'm going to give it to your descendants. And Abram gets up and he leaves. He follows God. He does as he was commanded to do. It's a huge act of faith because he's leaving all his family. He's leaving what he knows. He's leaving security, as you might say, because they this is the land in which his family dwells. It's a land which there's going to be help, and this is where he probably has an inheritance. And so he ends up leaving all that and follows God. And so just right off the bat, Abraham takes a good leap of faith and following God as you follow along. And so it's just, I believe it's encouraging as we sit back and we think about this part of Abram, the beginning of his journey. It's just a big leap. And sometimes it's what we have to do today is when we hear the word of God and we start studying the scriptures and someone starts pointing out some stuff that goes against your background, your culture, your family's faith, and you start seeing that maybe the Bible goes a different direction than what you've always thought and what your family's always thought. And there have been those who leave the family's faith, as we might call it, and turn to the truth and allow God to direct them in the way in which they should go. And that takes a big leap of faith because you're leaving a comfort zone, or you're leaving and possibly setting up some conflict among the family because they're not willing to accept the truth, or because you're denying what they've always believed, what they've always done, and you're changing. And so sometimes we have to take this example of Abraham and do the same. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that everybody has a blessed day. Today is Wednesday. We have our midweek Bible class today at 6:30 p.m. And we have classes for all ages, and would love to have everyone that is willing to come and join us as we study the Word of God. So hope that you have a blessed day, and if the Lord wills, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.